you shift your weight to the right foot and come on around. Open up that left hand, grab the string with the mattis, draw around, and strike to the temple with that mattis strike, drop the elbow. Step out, left hand should be right off of your chest and follow it on around to the 45 and press on center. Weight goes back to that right leg, left toe comes around, right toe comes around. And play the guitar. Okay, move that weight back to the right. Shoulder press. C-step out, sweep the left knee with the left hand and press on center. Step and turn. And sweep the knee and press again. Rock back. Left foot comes out, right hand comes through and sweeps away the kick. I flick, check kick, step through, trap with the left, and hold this punch with the right. Break the grip, push, and sweep around. Paragraph 1. We'll do paragraph 2 next week, okay? Okay. We're going to go right into the basic self-defense, work through 4 of those, advanced, and we're going to do 2 black sash ones, 2 black sash self-defenses that I really kind of like, and they're probably 2 of the more simplistic ones. They're very direct and fun, and I invite my basics and my advanced people to follow along with those because I think you're going to have a lot of fun with them. But anyway, we are going to start with basic front choke. Now, on this particular one, of course, they're choking you from the front, and the idea is we're going to place the poking fingers right on top of the collarbone and press in and turn, okay? Kind of leaves you in a guard stance, and from here it's very easy to throw out that blade kick, take out a knee. You could do a groin snap as well. Now, the one place I see this fall apart is a lot of times people will find that collarbone and then they'll step back and they don't make penetration into that neck, which is essential. That's one of the reasons why we are placing it and turning. We're gaining about an extra 3 inches or 4 inches. And if you have somebody very, very tall that is choking you out, well, that comes in very handy. So again, lay it on top of the collarbone, turn, and blade kick out. And throw some ad-libs, have some fun with it. Okay, I'm not going to turn that one around and do it facing the other direction, but we probably will in the next 3 because these are all from the rear, and it's probably a good idea to see those from both directions. And the next one is going to be choke from the rear. What's very important with this particular self-defense is that we step out. A lot of times when I see this fall apart, people are simply crossing their foot around and trying to fight the other person's body. And if their arms are already in like this, you're not going to be able to clear it. You're not going to be able to break that grip. You have to trap, step out, get those arms stretched out from the attacker. And then this other part is very important too. We're turning from the base, and we shouldn't be leading with the upper body. They'll take you off balance. You need to be able to lead with your base, get that break, and poke. Okay? I'm going to do it this other direction so you can get a better idea. They're choking. I trap. I step out that 45, move with my base, break the grip, and poke. Throw a nice kick in, maybe side kick, back fist, reverse punch. Have some fun with ad-libs. You should always be thinking ad-libs with all this stuff. Okay. And now we're going to do one-hand grab from the rear. Now, my thoughts with one-hand grab from the rear is they're trying to spin you around. It depends on what they're trying to do as to whether or not they would grab you with their good hand or their off hand. If they're trying to punch you, then they would probably grab you with the off hand. But the fact your back is to them, it's not very likely that they are grabbing to initially punch you. I think they're trying to swing you around. So for that reason, we're gonna work this right-handed, assuming that most of our attackers are gonna be right-handed. So anyway, we step forward, we shoot that hand out. That should break the grip back there. Whether it does or doesn't, we're still gonna throw a mule kick in behind, okay? Again, this is another one where we want some extension, break that hold, shoot that punch out, turn, look around the shoulder, and mule kick. And I don't care if you catch it in the groin, dantian, ribs, solar plexus, the higher the better. So, well, not necessarily. Solar plexus is a great target though, if you can. Now from the rear, that would look like grab, punch, and away you go. Rear hair grab. This is actually one of my favorites. Again, this one involves somebody grabbing you and trying to control you and get you off balance, like so. That's the whole idea. They are not going to grab you with their offhand and start beating on the backside of your head. That's not what's going on here. They're going to try and grab you and off-center you, pull you down possibly. And in order to counter that, of course, we are going to trap, tuck down, get in a really nice deep stance. And you'll notice I've shot my hips out there too. I've just hollowed them out and dislodged them with my hips. I turn and look off to the left, drive an elbow in, slap the groin, step forward, and mule kick underneath. All right? So I'll do it facing back. They grab, I trap, I throw my hip in, elbow, slap, come forward, and mule kick. Bam! All right, lights out. Okay, that's it for the basics. We're going to move right into the advanced self-defense. So far this quarter, we've learned 2A, 3, 4, and 6 were the last two that I've introduced. Spent a couple weeks on those. On 2, I'm just going to review this really quick. It's a two-hand grab and pull. We have the elbow attached to the hip. It goes into the midsection. We do a twisted T. That comes up underneath the chin. We slide back, slap them in the groin. We're going to use this hand that just slapped them in the groin, clear that hand out of the way. It was grabbing us. Come up into a tiger stance and mule kick underneath. Okay? Just in reverse. Yeah. Throw another kick up. Okay. 3. 3 is the roundhouse punch. So they throw the roundhouse punch, and again, all we're doing with this left hand is we're kind of tracking that punch, coming around, and then we're going to clear it out of the way with the hand, so we have clear path for this right hand to slap him in the groin. That right hand's now going to come up, trap the shoulder. You're going to turn into the right tiger, upward punch into the ribs. We're going to keep that extended now, turn the other direction so we can throw a blade kick into the knee. Step forward, tiger stance, and mule kick. Okay? Now we're going to go into 4 and 6. I'll repeat these a couple times because they are the newest self-defenses. All right? Freedom! All right. So on number 4, this is one where they're grabbing you and they're pulling off and getting ready to throw a haymaker or a punch at you. And it's not a very balanced technique. So they're grabbing and they're going to pull back. And 4's effectiveness is predicated on us timing that and coming in right tiger stance and jamming that punching shoulder. Okay? So now we've got them kind of off center. They're back like this. All right? So we're going to just step forward with that left leg, bring it in behind, and down they go. Now you'll notice on this one, I like to trap. So I will trap that hand. I will come out, right leg on the outside of their left leg. I bring this leg around and down they go. I turn in my tiger. Now that usually keeps that one hand that was grabbing pinned against my chest. So now I can use it to lock them out. either a shoulder jam or, an elbow, something to that nature. All right, we'll do that one more time. So they're drawing back like this. We're charging in with our right tiger. We're jamming that punching shoulder with our left hand. Now we step through with the left leg. We're kind of in a left tiger stance now, and we're going to turn into a right tiger and slam them down. Ah! Okay? End it. Okay, number 6 option is very similar to number 4. The difference being is they're rooted. They're in a really rooted stance, and you are not going to be able to take them off balance by popping the shoulder. They're grabbing you, and they are like rooted and ready to go. This is a little bit higher quality fighter, if you would. So how we're going to counter that? Same kind of technique. We're going to step off line with into the right tiger, only we're chopping to the neck. Okay? And beyond that, now we're going to kick him in the groin. Nice little snap kick. That leg that just got done kicking, you're going to roll it around their leg. Okay, so now it's behind their would be their left leg. They're bring this elbow underneath their chin and turn down and take them down with it. This elbow is the key. That's what keeps, because they're in that really solid stance, this elbow is what's going to allow you to bring them down to the ground. So again, they grab you, they're based out, they're getting ready to punch. They might even throw that punch. We're going to get off the line and chop. Snap kick into the groin. Roll that leg around, bring that elbow into play, and turn into that right tiger, drop them. Stomp in the face, have some fun. Okay? Okay, we're going to go ahead and do some review now. From 2 quarters back, we had headlocks and hair grabs. We're going to do the high headlock and the rear headlock. Okay? So the high headlock is applied with the idea of you get them around here and probably just going to start throwing punches like this. Okay? So they've got you in the high headlock. Probably be coming from this side. So if they've got me around the head like so, all I'm going to do is to reach around the top of their head, middle finger underneath the nasal septum, bring it up and around and down, okay? From there, they're off balance, obviously, something like this, with their back very much exposed. We're going to put the knee in the middle of the back and elbow right in the sternum. Or solar plexus. It's going to be right around the same area, okay? So again, they grab, we reach around, get them underneath that nose, a lot of fun, bring it on around, they're bowed back like so. We're going to bring the right knee up, if we're being attacked from that side, and left elbow down and in, right tiger stance. All right? So our next review is going to be the rear headlock. This is another one of my favorite ones. And we've all seen that. You're coming in behind like so. It doesn't work very well if you're Mariah's height and you're attacking Mr. Joe, but we all get the idea. So anyway, they apply that lock. We're going to base out. Okay? Elbow, slap. They're going to be pretty well hollowed out. And remember, we're using those hips. We're using the booty thing. We're going to hollow them out with that. Their leg is available. We grab it. Up it goes. Throw that heel down into the groin area. All right? That base out is probably the most important part of this entire self-defense. So I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see my feet better. So they apply the choke. We base. And we're scooting that right in to get them a little bit off center. Now we're going to throw the elbow in, slap the groin, reach down under, up it goes, and slam. Okay? Okay, that covers my advanced self-defense. We're going to do 2 black belt self-defenses, and I invite my advanced students to work with this too, because these are pretty cool ones. They're straight punch defenses. The defense for the straight punch, so number 2, is basically a brush down. Okay, so they're going to come in with the punch, and we're going to brush down, one hand up, one hand facing down. At the same time we're doing this brush down, we're throwing up a kick into the groin, okay? And then we come back with an upward punch. So it's kind of a cool looking trick. It does take some coordination and practice, but they throw the punch and it looks like that, okay? So again, they throw the punch, we sweep it down, kick, and upward punch. It's not an easy one to do slow. They throw the punch, we brush it down, kick, and up. Okay? We'll do that one more time. They throw the punch, we brush it down, kick, and upward punch. Now the kick happens simultaneous with the block. I'm kind of chunking it up so you can see the different aspects of the thing, individually. But again, what it looks like when it actually happens is they throw the punch, you, all right? Slower. All right. Now the next one is number 2 option. It's very, very similar. Love your puppy. Don't do your self-defense on your puppy. No lockouts even. All right. So again, they're throwing the punch. Now this time, rather than being straight on with them, we're going to step off the side, sweep, and stomp, and then throw the punch. Okay? So they're throwing the punch like so, right? We're just going to brush off the side, stomp, and land in a punch. All right? This one, again, it's pretty simple, but there's things going on simultaneous. It makes it a little bit more challenging. They punch. Okay? So clear and strike. Okay. I've got just enough time to run through our 3 forms. For Cheryl's benefit, I am going to go through number 6 concentration first. I'm just going to take it from start to finish, slower. It's been a while, so this is a good just refamiliarization with it. It starts off like all the rest of the concentrations. Chop, turn, kick. And this one, the feet end up together. We go into a 3-star cover, step around the corner, double outward block, come down, right tiger stance, 3-star cover, hook, upward punch. Okay, I'm gonna bring it this way now, hook, upward punch. Now we're gonna step across, clear a hook, kick, or clear a kick out of the way, hook around like you're hooking the head, knee in the middle of the midsection and elbow in, do a quarter turn, elbow to the side of the head, right T, double outward block, left tiger stance, 3-star cover, hook, upward punch, come down, forward stance, arm bar, stepping behind into a twisted tiger, inward block, hook, upward punch, left forward stance, drop back in a left T, turn into a right T, elbow. We're going to look over the left shoulder, manus block off with the left, up with the left, manus block up with the right, come through, slap the groin, and we're blocking up. We are again in a twisted tiger, left foot in front. We're going to unwind that twisted tiger, slap the groin, upward block, upward punch, sweep down, stomp kick, elbow, turn around now, clear, step back, manus, and I rake and done. It's not something you get to look forward to, Freedom. And Felina. And Mariah. And whoever else is watching. All right. Are we ready for Kajikembo number 2? All right, let's do it. So, we worked from this stance before. We did the outward chop, came around the corner, did the inward block. Okay, and we're in right T. We're going to turn, keep this right hand as we turn next to the face. We're doing a hammer fist in from the 45. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see my footwork. We are right now in a left tire. We're going to hook around, outward knee, and we're in a right T, and we're going to come into a forward stance, right forward stance. Again, I'm going to back up. This is where we were last week, okay? So from here, we're going to go into some traveling reverse punches. We're going to start by taking that elbow, turning it into a hooking hand, chain to the left, come into a T, and into a left forward stance. Then you're going to do the same thing with the other foot and the other hand. Hook, T, and reverse punch. All right? So let's do that again. We'll take it from the same place. We slid up, did our chop, come through T stance, inward block, strike the groin with the hammer fist. We're in that left tiger stance. We're going to hook him behind, outward knee into the side, and now we're in the right T stance, and we'll come into a forward stance, right forward stance, with the elbow smashed to the side of the face. From here, we're going to turn that right elbow into a hook, chain to the left, come on through T stance and reverse punch into a left forward stance. Okay? And same thing, hook, T stance, and reverse punch, forward stance, right forward stance. Okay? We're almost there. Probably 2 more weeks we'll have this all wrapped. So let's take it from the top. I'm going to turn it around, and you can follow along, all right? From the beginning, from the bow. Okay? All right. I'm going to finish up with number 1 concentration real quick. We're going to have to call it a wrap. Strike, kick, and form out. Cross block, up, upward punch, step out, reverse punch, trap, strike, hook, and poke. Okay, this is where we left off. I think we had just turned, block, block, slide out, strike under the chin, claw. Now we're going to come up and cover center and form out. Now the trickiest thing about this particular maneuver is we got all that weight on that right leg. Okay, we just got done clawing. We're going to have to push off on that right leg and turn a 180 and make a lot of motion without losing our balance. Again, this comes from driving with the hips and letting the upper body follow. I grew up way too upper body oriented, and this one would turn me around a lot. So you really got to be used to bringing that lower body through and letting the upper body follow. Okay? All right. That's all we have for tonight. It's really nice to see everybody's faces on the screen. Keeps me company. Makes it a lot easier for me to work up here. We really appreciate it. So you all have a good night and be safe. And we'll see you next week. Sit. Wow. And you all have a good night. Take